ask you a question? Does it feel strange knowing that, like, I might see your wife do some sexual stuff?
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you?
No, trust me. It hasn't bothered me with you or like 50 other guys in a room.
Today, technology means anyone can become a porn star.
I am making probably more money than 90% of people from my high school.
Cryptocurrencies are creating some unlikely millionaires.
I love the idea of, putting a castle up on the top of that peak there.
And one viral clip can make you famous overnight.
Is that Terrio?
Yeah, that's little Terrio.
In this series, I'm meeting the extraordinary people behind this digital revolution.
I like being famous.
You have beautiful women taking the series every day. Yeah. You feel empowered doing this?
This has kind of healed me because I have very obsessive masturbational tendencies.
And I want to find out what it takes to succeed.
I'd rather have a pedophile coming on here to see me than actually going onto the street.
How many loaded machine guns have you had pointed at your face?
I want to make his dream come true. All three of us do.
If I see a douchebag trying to fuck it up for me, then guess what? I'll slay him.
It is a crazy life for a 10-year-old, man.
He hasn't really lived a normal childhood.
I'm traveling to Puerto Rico. Where a Bitcoin billionaire and his followers are trying to create a radical new community. Puerto Rico is a US territory in the Caribbean. In 2017, it was devastated by Hurricane Maria, the worst natural disaster in the island's history. It's estimated to have killed up to 3,000 people and left many more homeless or without power.
Hi sir, how are you?
I'm alright, boss. How you doing?
Alright. All this area here was under the water, it's like a big lake.
Oh, this was underwater, yeah?
This highway was closed for like a week or something.
Recently, the government here introduced massive tax breaks to attract big business in a bid to rescue the island's struggling economy. It's now become the unexpected base for a group of wealthy cryptocurrency entrepreneurs who've been turning up in numbers for the last year. I've been invited to a barbecue to meet some of the new arrivals. They may not look wealthy, but many of these entrepreneurs were early investors in Bitcoin, and since it boomed in 2017, have become millionaires.
Sorry, boy. This is your party?
Me and my friend, yeah.
You and your friends? That's a big pig.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pork.
Quinn is from Texas. He travels everywhere with his assistant Sarah.
I think in 5 years from now, I think that Puerto Rico is going to be the fastest growing economy in the whole world. That's what I think.
Yeah.
So
You think so?
Yeah.
The fastest growing economy?
In the whole world. In 5 years, yeah.
That's crazy.
So, invest now.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
You see, how can we take so many photos? Like, is it for your website? Is it for... Because it seems like you sort of like are sort of...
Yeah, so I run a bunch of businesses, including I have my own fashion line.
Oh,
I have my own clothing line.
No way. What type of clothes you made? Is this your clothes?
Yeah.
Ah. What inspires the clothing line?
Myself, really. In the last 2 years, I decided to choose to dedicate myself to making as much money as possible, and I made over $1 million in 2 years.
You think you figured it all out?
Yeah.
And what makes you believe you figured it all out?
Well, because I've proven it. I have an amazing life. Do you know anybody that doesn't want to have, beautiful women just like begging you to sleep with them every day?
You have beautiful women begging to sleep with you every day?
Yeah.
Who are these women?
There's women here, there's women everywhere I go.
I thought that lady with the camera was your girlfriend. No, it's just a friend.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice Quinn's cup.
I walk around with a pure sterling cup everywhere I go because I'm unwilling to use disposables.
Do you drink everything out of that?
I mean, this or one of my other cups, but when I travel, I can only carry so many cups.
Yeah, how many cups you got in your collection?
75.
Yeah, that's a lot of goblets.
We've got word that Brock Pierce is arriving on the island. This is big news. Brock is the Forbes-listed billionaire who started the whole movement, and we spent weeks trying to make contact with him.
one of our producers has got a phone call basically saying that he's arriving in a helicopter. When I heard that I was getting 2 hours with him, I was like, oh, I'm getting 2 hours with Brooke. Like, I became shocked. Like, I became like, I can't believe he let us have 2 hours. Like, he's a normal fucking person, but he creates this mysticism around himself. So I'm trying to keep, like, grounded in that, and I'm trying not to get drawn into this whole, you know, mysterious nature of Brock.
Brock is flying in with his wife Crystal. Their marriage is governed by a smart crypto contract that has to be renewed or annulled every year.
How you doing? How was the trip?
We did a weekend in Culebra.
Oh, okay. Little holiday break.
I don't ever get one of those.
Hey, lovely to meet you. I'm Jamali.
Hi, Crystal.
Lovely to meet you, Crystal. How you doing? So you going to the monastery now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll catch you at the monastery.
All right, perfect.
All right, Bubba, catch you in a bit, yeah? All right.
After arriving here in 2017, Brock snapped up leases on two of Puerto Rico's most famous historic buildings, the Children's Museum and a lavish colonial mansion called the Monastery in the heart of the capital, San Juan.
This building was the first monastery built in the New World.
Yeah.
But because of when this was built, 1690, this was also a Masonic temple, which is why you see the interesting glasswork.
Brock made his fortune from Bitcoin and new tech companies. But I remember him from his days as a clean-cut child star in big Hollywood movies like The First Kid.
Definitely the most powerful kid in the universe.
He's just a kid. How bad can it be?
So, you like snakes?
I used to watch the fuck out of that as a kid. With Sinbad.
Yeah.
It's great. And you was in Mighty Ducks, man. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, the first Duck. I played young Emilio.
No way. Why'd you stop acting?
I didn't like being famous.
Why?
Well, I'm 14, 15, 16 at the time, and it just was like, you know, everyone's taking your pictures, and it's just like, I don't like this.
Brock has vowed to give away his entire billion-dollar fortune, starting right here in Puerto Rico. It's not the only thing about him that is unconventional.
If you want to communicate with people, it's all frequency, it's all vibration, and you have to find, you can't expect people to come to your vibration, you have to find their frequency. You have to communicate with a way that resonates with them. You know, otherwise you're just a strange person with strange ideas.
It's a strange mix of characters, man. Like, and it's all these different people with all these different motivations. And I don't know what's gonna happen here, and I don't know what the end result will be, but I mean, it's gonna be interesting, I think. Good afternoon, Quinn.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing? You're the one looking like a lord of the manor.
Today, Quinn and his assistant Sarah are shopping for a piece of land.
Nice to see you. How you doing this afternoon?
Blessed.
Yeah?
Yourself?
Why blessed?
Every day is blessed.
Every day is blessed.
Super abundant, super easy, super fluid. More successful than the day before.
Seems like you done yoga this morning.
I did not do yoga.
Oh,
this morning. I mean, I did
you have
a
that
bit of
I done yoga
stretching,
this
but-
morning vibes.
Well, yeah, life is yoga, I guess.
Quinn's looking for land because he wants to build a brand new city, which he hopes will be a model for sustainable living.
I personally don't mind technology. I don't mind progress. The problem for me is that most progress and most technology is just in complete disregard of the earth. We just see the earth as a resource. That's all we see it as versus a living being. And the truth is all plants are alive, and there's tons of scientific studies you can do on this that they literally have feelings.
They're not sentient.
Yeah.
Or they're not consciousness. Do you believe plants have feelings?
Absolutely. There are studies. You can actually like go
What
and
feelings
do the
do plants
research.
have?
Well, I mean, I don't know about like if they feel happy or whatever, but they are responsive.
Oh, okay,
They're
yeah.
responsive
Well,
to things that
they
happen in
react
their
different to music
environments.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And even intentions of somebody. Like if your intention is to come and whack down these bushes with a machete versus your intention is to come and sit and meditate with the plants. Like you can scientific studies have proven
Measure
you can
the
see
energetic
the
difference.
shift in the plant. Yeah, based on just even intentions, not even just actions.
So is this the land?
This is the land.
That's big, man.
Stop one.
In his native Texas, Quinn already has an eco-commune run by a group of volunteers, including Sarah. It's called the Garden of Eden, and it's a community living off the grid. The new city he wants to build here in Puerto Rico will be called Garden of Eden 2.0. So he's climbing up the building. So tell me about the first time you met Quinn, like that first moment you met Quinn. How did you feel?
Let's see, I had just come from Oklahoma and had arrived at the Garden of Eden. I was very impressed. He was very calm and gentle energy.
Yeah.
He was meditating, actually. I was impressed by his focus. Man.
Does Quinn see himself as a bit of a rock star?
Don't you see him as a rock star?
Do you see him as a rock star?
Look at him, that's a rock star.
What makes him a rock star?
Anybody else here climb to the top of a building?
Why does that make him a rock star?
Anybody else have the balls for it?
Do you find him a brave man?
Indeed.
Quinn, are you a rock star?
I am who I am. Out in nature, taking a risk.
You see, right this second, you feel free.
Yep, I feel like I'm really alive.
Yeah? What? Actually, I looked at his, I'm going to talk about it with him in the car, but I looked at his, I looked him up online just to see some videos about him, and he was raided by the police. And some people say it's a cult. And I don't think he's a cult leader, but it's mad that people say you are. And they raided his house, like the FBI raided his house and shit. Do you want some help? Oh shit, parkour. Freestyle running. There you go. That was that Matrix shit.
I mean, for, you know, a more family homestead, it would be a real nice size. For a city, it's not enough.
Yeah.
You know, it is beautiful land. I do like it. I love the idea of, you know, putting a castle up on the top of that peak there. They're super fantastic.
Just look over.
Yeah.
Stroking a cat, drinking out your silver goblet. It's like this. I'm in Puerto Rico, where a group of rich crypto entrepreneurs are trying to build a new society which will run without banks or state regulation. Many of the cryptos here became wealthy when the bitcoins they had bought years ago for virtually nothing suddenly rocketed in value. At one point, a single bitcoin went from being worth pennies to almost £13,000. Warren, who I met at the barbecue, and his friend Timothy are convinced that cryptocurrencies are the future of money.
It is the difference in trusting a piece of paper versus trusting math that is yet to be proven to be unbroken. Right. So you know, when we moved as a world from physical commodities, where we had you know, gold and then all the alt rocks like bronze and copper and all the other things, like what was to be trusted? You had it, it was big and it was bulky and it commanded this value, right? And then the merchants of Italy came in, and you had the lexicon of merchanta, where you, all of a sudden people were walking around a piece of paper from banks and merchants saying that this had the same value of a pile of gold. People must have looked at people like they're absolutely insane. But it became trusted, it became technology.
So would this be the collapse of what we know as money now? Do you think this is
absolutely? It's just a change of what money is, right?
Yeah.
So money itself is communication. It's a communication tool. It is to spread your, is to show, communicate value.
Say like the system collapses and cryptocurrencies are the new thing that's worth anything, and USD and all that's gone. If I don't have any cryptos but you have cryptos, am I fucked?
So here's the difference.
And you're not fucked.
So first off, it's not going to be an immediate collapse.
Yeah.
You know, these things will take. These things do take time.
Yeah.
You recognize the different values of what they are. If you walk into a Starbucks in 5 years and you're paying with dollars or euros, people are going to look at you like you're weird.
Warren has been involved in technology all of his life. And in his youth, he began hacking.
You been arrested for hacking?
Yeah, big time.
No shit.
Big time.
Did you go to jail?
No, I got probation.
Why? What did you get arrested for?
I was part of a
database shit.
Yeah.
Always.
I was part of a $60 million theft ring.
What?
I got my CI, my confidential informant agreement, when I was 16.
Oh, so you?
My dad had to sign it.
So wait, so you're confidential informant. So you was an informant for the FBI?
We all were.
You all were.
Well, not him maybe, but there was a lot of us that were deep in that scene. Yeah. So I got when I was.
Did you ever miss it?
Miss what?
Hacking.
You don't miss hacking. You're still doing it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm not. But you know what I'm talking about. Do you miss doing the 60 million?
No, I mean.
I'm saying, do you miss that type of hacking?
No,
because that sounds like that fun hacking.
No, what I miss is the nights with my friends, right? With my buddies and stuff like that. That's what it was.
Should we do a hack now?
Should we?
Let's do a hack.
We don't have good internet here.
Let's do a hack.
I gotta put in internet first, and then we can hack.
What are we gonna hack?
I don't know what we can hack.
So what's the biggest thing you hacked? That wasn't
camera. Yeah, right. As soon as I joined crypto Twitter, I had old hacker friends of mine. Like, the fuck? Where you been?
Have you ever met these people in person?
Yeah, lots. DEF CON every year. I went to DEF CON 96, 97, 98.
Yeah, the real DEF CON.
DEF CON was a hacking convention in the 1990s.
Those are the days, man. We were like 16, had these 40-year-old women showing up. Like,
what?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Scene horrors, man.
You were 15, 16? Mm-hmm. And you were dating 4-year-old women?
Yeah.
And they knew you were 15, 16?
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of them kind of have some skills and stuff.
It's a fucking strange life they live though, isn't it? But like they're hackers and now they live on a fucking private compound in Puerto Rico trying to do bitcoins and cryptos. Like I'm still trying to understand if this is a business movement or a social movement or a mixture of both. And it might be a mixture of both, but I don't know where it's leaning towards. Do you know what I mean? Because I think they're trying to tell me it's leaning more towards charity and social, but it sounds a lot like business. How do you say free? Do you speak Spanish?
Not really.
Poquito. I'm catching up with Quinn and Sarah on a break from planning Quinn's new city.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Gracias. What were you drinking to?
A world better than we've ever seen.
All right, bud. I'll drink to that. No, drinking out the goblet. Come on, man. You know, you have your rules. I can't let you slip. No.
Silver is a really interesting compound. Obviously, it's super valuable, but silver itself is antimicrobial. Whenever it comes in contact with almost any pathogen, it vibrates it apart. Nothing can live in the presence of silver. This is why royalty back in the day would drink out of silver and eat using silverware and silver platters.
How come you don't drink out of silver?
I don't have an answer really for that. I don't have a silver goblet.
I'll get you both one.
Oh shit. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I'll drink out of silver goblet. Be some Playboy shit.
Yeah, baby.
Do you have millions worth in tokens?
Yeah. Part of the only reason I'm able to get to this point is because I started to make money. I mean, it's going to be like $400 million to build this Eden 2.0.
Sarah, are you a millionaire?
Swords, I actually donate everything I have towards the cause because it's the most inspiring thing I've ever seen.
Sarah works like 12, 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. And she gets no pay, she gets no salary.
But so how do you make money? So
Oh, I make money.
You make money?
Yeah, I donated it all because
all of it?
Yeah, all of it.
Are you thankful you met Quinn?
Oh my God, am I thankful I met Quinn? Yes. Yes, I am thankful I met Quinn. Quinn has improved my life beyond anything I could ever. Quinn literally saved my life. In every sense of the word. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, Quinn saved my life. He saved my life. He saved my life. Have you ever had somebody save your life?
No.
It's amazing. It's amazing. He answered my prayers without knowing the prayers I had asked. Like, he's the response from the universe. Thanks, Quinn.
Although Brock was the inspiration for everyone coming out here, he doesn't see himself as a leader or try and tell them what to do. He's focused on his own project, working out how best to give away his $1 billion.
Can I get 2 bills, please?
Everything I wear is a tribal symbol of sorts. All gifts.
Why do you value nothing you can buy?
It's too easy.
But was it easy to make money?
I wouldn't say it's easy.
Yeah, because then you've earned your money, so why not enjoy it?
But I know that game, but no, that's not.
But it must be a little bit fun to have a lot of money.
Just because of the impact you can have. I've always been simple. I don't need much.
What's like the funniest thing you have bought?
Well, when I was younger, I did dumb things, bought Lamborghinis and...
Yeah, the Lamborghini! What Lamborghini did you have?
When I was 18, Lamborghini Diablo VT Roadster.
That's dope. Did you enjoy driving it?
Yeah.
See, but you enjoyed that!
I wouldn't do that today, but...
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you was younger then, you was 18.
Yeah.
So was you a millionaire at 18?
My first company had a $1 billion valuation, a unicorn, when I was 18. In the 90s. I don't consider money to be wealth.
But in terms of...
Wealth to me is relationships.
Okay.
You have an abundance of amazing people in your life. I generally live a pretty simple life.
Yeah, it seems like it. It seems like you sort of enjoy the sort of simpler things.
I fly coach.
Oh shit. So I thought you flew a private jet.
Only when needed.
Only when needed. Because you've got to get somewhere in time. It's understandable. Yep. All right, man. Okay. Always lovely chatting to you.
I'm in Puerto Rico, where hundreds of tech entrepreneurs have arrived, drawn by the vision of cryptocurrency billionaire Brock Pierce. They're developing businesses run on crypto technology, which they claim will restart the struggling economy of the island. Today they're holding a public meeting to put their ambitious plans to the local community.
Ultimately, we're here today to try to introduce ourselves, try to hear the stories of people that are doing amazing things on the island. And I thank all of you for being here as well, because I know everyone else has other things in their life that are important to them. The people of this island need a lot of our help. The people of this island are doing amazing things that we can help them with. And we are not here to force change or create. We're here to help enable and help catalyze the people who are here.
I am Puerto Rican. We're talking about bringing technology, but what do you eat when a hurricane comes? What do you eat? You're not going to eat a microchip. You're not going to eat the technology. We need food. And I understand my roots and I understand my land. But if you want to bring people into the equation, then you need to understand the people that you're working with. I can't even afford to buy the land I'm stepping on. All you see is extraction. I don't agree with this project.
Don't bring it to this resort that's for Americans.
I'm Alan Warwick. I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I'm a former city councilman, and I've been in a lot of meetings like this. We are here. I'm here to give my talents and anything that I can do to help you make your dreams happen on this island. It is going to be a beautiful thing. All of these people have such good intentions, but you don't know that yet. And I'm not asking you to trust them.
I believe that people have good intentions.
And they are going to make something beautiful happen, and you're going to be a part of it, whether you like it or not.
Exacto. Whether I like it or not.
It's going to.
That's the point.
We don't like it.
We already know how to use our our smartphones well enough. That's good enough for any farmer.
Hey, so what we're going to do with this is getting a little out of control. We want the conversation to continue. But we're going to and we're trying to break it down.
But you don't know that.
Some of the few local voices that I hear seem pretty angry about it.
I'm putting my shit on the line right now.
They're sort of worried that it's sort of just some new type of neo-colonialism.
And for the record, mi nombre es Ivy Guanaperes.
The guys of help and charity.
About land ownership.
Absolutely.
What about that?
100%. Trying to catalyze
How many
those
people here are
owners.
buying land here that aren't from here?
Crickets, right?
You are?
I sleep on the floor. I sleep in the guest house.
No.
I give everything I have to others. Well, let's talk about that.
He did actually. Yeah, here. Let's talk about it.
Because your representative said they want to make a gated community, and I asked him.
Well, who said that? Where do you get your information from?
No, from Quinn, the man with this beard, that this organizer of this event said.
Do you know what decentralization is?
Okay, I'm still talking, and of course I know what that is. He said there's going to be a gated community, and he said, of course there's going to be security. I said, in your vision, how many percentage of the people in this gated land, in this project, are going to be Puerto Rican?
Well, where's this gated project?
95%. Who's going to be able to get?
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Get your representative.
Hey, there's no representative in me. This is a decentralized movement. If someone wants to build a gated community, I mean, they can go do what they want to do, I guess, just like you can do what you want to do if you facilitate it.
I think you're pretty misinformed. You know, London would love us there. New York would love us there. All of these big cities, by the way, they'd love us there, but why? So I can live a fancy life in New York? No. I go where I can make a difference. I do not give a shit about money. It is not about compounding interest, it's about compounding impact. I'm here to help any farmer that wants to figure out how to farm. I don't want to own their land. I want to figure out how to give them the resources so they can grow on their land. It's teach a man to fish, teach a person how to grow. You know, great, people want to grow some things here. I'm here to help you grow some things. And if you want any help, like if you're real, because I don't see real right here. I see people that are not interested in solutions. You want to grow some stuff, let's grow some stuff.
I actually just ate a wonderful meal yesterday from the shit that I just harvested.
Awesome, and that's wonderful.
That's not even mine.
Eat the rainbow.
Are you telling me to eat the rainbow?
Yes, the colors, the food groups, natural, agriculture,
Ten mucho
organic
cuidado con
food,
cómo tú me hablas a
biodynamic.
mí.
It's great stuff.
Ten mucho cuidado con cómo usted me está hablando a mí. Usted es un hombre blanco y está en mi terreno en estos
Yeah,
momentos.
and growing it yourself.
Vela como tú me estás hablando a mí. No me faltes el respeto.
How am I disrespecting you?
Yo no le falto el respeto.
I think I just offered
Habla con la
to get
verdad.
you a farm if you were so interested in doing this. I just offered to support you and give you as much help as I can. I don't think that's disrespect. I think that's quite a gift.
And she wants a farm. Nobody has been offering her a farm. Buy Erica a fucking farm.
Hey, I mean, I think that's what I said.
Yes,
please.
I didn't think this event would be as it's turned out. All the local Puerto Ricans have a big issue. They feel kind of left out. There's all this influx of people from the mainland America sort of coming in. They're sort of worried that it's sort of repeating itself in terms of colonialism. But I'm starting to get a clearer picture about, you know, there is a sort of definitely a culture clash. Do you feel like they have a valid point about sort of like the fears of people coming here just to make profit and colonialize it?
Absolutely. Historically, that's the way it's always been. You know, stay skeptical. You know, people have to earn your trust.
How do you plan on earning the trust?
Time. By action. You got to do the work.
Did you expect that to happen today?
Oh, of course. I mean,
You thought that was going to happen today?
That's what we want to hear. We want to hear from Puerto Ricans what their concerns are, what the problems are, and how we can help.
I mean,
that was the entire point of today, and yeah, we got it in spades.
Which is fair enough.
Fair enough, but what did I hear? Distilled down. We want our land. We want to own our land. We want our land back. We're being, our land is being taken from us. We're being forced to leave. I'm not sure how true that is exactly. The young woman that say, I like to grow my food. I offered to get her a farm.
Do you mean that?
I'm going to do it anyway.
You're going to do it? You're going to give her a farm?
Yes.
Can you give me a farm?
Can I
have a farm?
Well, how about
Can you give me 1 Bitcoin? I know you got enough. Can I have 1 Bitcoin?
Well, that's not how it works. But yes.
How does it work? How do I get a Bitcoin?
Well, I don't give away Bitcoins like that. But what I do is I try, in this particular case, to find someone in need.
I want to hear from the locals themselves. So I've tracked down Aime, one of the speakers at the community meeting. Hello, Aime.
Love to see you again. Yeah, good to see you in a nicer circumstance. What are some of the problems in Puerto Rico?
Well, the main problem right now, we're experiencing one of the worst economic crises, in modern times.
And do you feel that these sort of the crypto people, do you think they're trying to help that, or do you think they're just worsening the issue?
I think that they're trying to do something that's good for them. What I do know is true is that they're not going to give up their billions of dollars and their millions of dollars to become equals with us. So in the end, they're going to end up being the same government in another form. Basically, they want to set up their home base here because it's the cheapest place that's still within America for them to have their operations.
There's arguments on both sides, really, isn't it? It's a complicated situation because all you're talking about is a sort of, boosting the economy and stuff like that. But then also you are talking about cryptocurrency where we don't actually know. I mean, it's big now, but it could descend into nothingness. So it is kind of like, are you just experimenting on people? The controversy hasn't deterred Quinn.
Time for the real adventure.
He's still looking for a huge plot of land to build his new eco-city. It's really strange how these cows are just staring at us, isn't it? They're just staring at us. Oh, that's a bull, you know. Yeah. Are these magic?
Oh, shit.
Are they magic?
You know how to tell?
How'd you tell? Eat them?
That's one way. I think I'll be
Drown
taking
them up
these.
something pretty. Okay.
Score. And I've actually done this a lot when I'm living out in the wilderness because it's impossible for someone that's never lived there to know every single edible plant or every single poisonous plant. And so my technique has always been to just try some of something and see how it affects me. With that being said, it's extremely dangerous because actually some of the most deadly mushrooms, they don't actually make you sick for 24 hours up to like 15 days. And so what happens is that you eat a mushroom, you feel fine in 5 hours or 10 hours or 24 hours, you eat more, and they start compounding in your system. And then it hits you and you overdose and you die. So it is super dangerous.
So how do you feel about this property? This seems more up your street?
This is way closer to what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
330 acres, that's in the range.
I'm interested to see if it goes pitch black, if we're going to find our way back. We've got a pocket full of mushrooms, so that could help the journey. Quinn says he can do it, so I'm putting my trust in Quinn. Hey, Quinn, you know I'm putting my trust in you, yeah?
Yeah.
Bulls are headbutting each other. It's getting dark. We don't have a light. We don't have any lights. And we're in the middle of fucking Puerto Rico. And I haven't had my rabies shot. This is fucking mental. Oh, there's Quinn. Look at him. He looks like a fucking angel.
I found the new world.
Hey, Quinn. We gotta go because the bulls are headbutting each other. All right. All right, we're gonna meet you at the pass, yeah? Fucking hell. I'm not built for this, bruv. My survival stick. Come.
My worries here is the same worries I have in, most places, and in the Garden of Eden where I've been for all this time is, the surrounding world.
So you're worried that people are going to be wondering what you did? Because I was looking at I was trying to find some of your videos, and I saw an article saying that you got raided by the FBI. Why did they raid you?
Well, that's a really good question, and I guess it depends on who you ask. They had a warrant, obviously, and their warrant said that it was for drug trafficking. And they literally come in there, SWAT raid, black helicopters, fully loaded machine guns, big shields, dogs, everything. They come in, just like an army. They didn't make a single charge in their warrant, and yet they still arrested me for some unpaid parking ticket. They were trying to send a message of, give up and conform. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard life.
Because they say, in some of the articles, they said that you're a cult leader. Do you think you're a cult leader?
Well, I'm way less of a cult leader than any teacher in a public school is, or any doctor in a hospital, or any police in the police force, or any politician in the government. That's for damn sure. And honestly, you're entitled to your opinion. And if you want to call me a cult leader, that might be a little saddening for me, a little hurtful for me, because my intentions are so good and I put so much energy into trying to make the world a better place, not just for myself and my family, but right, but exactly. Haters are going to hate, and at the same time, maybe it's true. Maybe it's true, and if it is true, then hopefully I and myself find a way to realize that and break out of that and become something better. I'm not perfect.
But you don't think you are a cult leader?
Well, like I said, I'm the opposite of one in comparison to the status quo.
And when I hear the bulls, actually, it kind of reminds me of in Star Wars Episode 4. Is that right?
I don't know, mate. I'm on the roof of billionaire Brock Pierce's mansion in Puerto Rico.
This works your core. So with every... This is pretty much what we do.
I think I should be wearing a bra for this.
I've been hanging out with these new age tech tycoons for a fortnight.
Hey, Major, is there like a yo I can do with my mind and not my voice?
It's called Yoda.
It's called Yoda, there you go.
Are we gonna push back under?
But I've just been told that Warren, one of Brock's closest advisors,
Sugar beers.
has got anxieties about how much time I've been spending with Quinn.
I heard that you said to the producer you was nervous about us talking to Quinn. Why nervous?
Because Quinn doesn't represent us. He represents Quinn.
You think he's trying to get off a community?
I think he's trying to get off the world. I think he wants to be in his own thing. Look at Garden of Eden, right? That's his jam. I mean, what do you think the likelihood is that there's going to be a bunch of Puerto Ricans in, Quinn's Garden of Eden 2.0? And I think that likelihood is very low.
And how does that make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel like anything. I just don't want to be involved with it. That's what it is. The way that I look at it is that if we have an opportunity to come out here, I'm not going to let Jack Sparrow fuck it up for me.
They see Quinn trying to fuck up, are you going to tell him?
He's already been informed. In certain ways,
shit.
Right?
Tell me. Come on, let me hear that.
We're a self-governing society.
What happened?
Just got to talk about things, right?
What'd you say?
They said what needed to be said. We're not perfect people. We're not walking into this thing being like, oh yeah, we're gonna change the entire world, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. But what we are is we're in our circle, anyways. Is we're a bunch of talented people who are tired of hearing how smart we are with nowhere to apply it.
Yeah.
That's
one of the big shames, isn't it? Because I feel like, me and some people, there are people who I feel like I do want to help, but then there are some people I feel like, nah, you kind of just want to make some money.
Totally.
And that's kind of a sad.
Well, I mean, I think it would be pretty dishonest if we said we didn't.
Obviously, I know you want to make a little bit of chicken as well, but it's that sort of trying to make capitalism for what it should be for, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, that's what these people want. They want people to come out here who are authentic. They've had a lot of different people in and out. We're not the first people to get out here. It's been hundreds of years of people showing up being assholes. So that's the way I'm rolling. Is just don't be that.
Brock is leaving the island tomorrow, so tonight may be my last chance to see him.
You see the sort of like restarting Puerto Rico, is that sort of your main focus right now, or do you have other ideas and projects you want to implement?
Well, I always have lots of ideas. They're infinite. But it's really starting to hum, a couple of the core groups that I've been spending most of my time with lately. These are starting to look like big startups. I don't mean individual projects, but I mean organizationally.
And all of these sort of lining towards trying to help the situation in Puerto Rico.
But yeah.
Sorry,
As we're talking, we're approached by another local with something to say to Brock.
I'm happy to chat.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can chat if you want to.
Why were you referring to yourself as the new Christopher Columbus of the island?
Who did?
Why you referred to yourself as the new
When?
Christopher Columbus of Puerto Rico?
And that couldn't be further from the case.
Recolonize the island.
Wherever your sources are no good, but I'm happy to talk to you. Happy to answer your questions.
So, ma'am, how have you heard about Brock?
I haven't heard about Brock.
How did you hear about him?
I've seen him walking around.
But none of those things you've just mentioned are anything I've ever said.
How have you been helping the community? I'm just curious. How do you think you're helping the community?
Well, been giving to the University of Puerto Rico, helping rebuild the library out in Mayaguez, helping to put in maker studios for the students. We've been putting solar panels on home after home after home after home, feeding people, all sorts of things. I've leased 2. One is the Children's Museum, which is a... That's it, yes.
Your team?
My team is me.
Your team is you.
And I don't know.
100 cryptocurrency people hanging out?
I mean, it's a place where lots of people can come, and they're not my team. There's not a single person here, not a single person I've seen today, not a single person I've seen this week. I've leased 2 buildings, but not a single person I know has bought anything. All right.
What's cabron?
Cabron?
Yeah.
It's an impolite word.
Do you think that's always going to happen though?
Oh, I mean, 99% of my interactions are nothing but amazing with wonderful people that are very happy. You know, you do get obviously the occasional person that isn't interested in the truth.
Yeah.
The opportunity is to help people.
I hear you, man.
The opportunity is to make a difference and prepare this place for its next, potential hurricane, which is hopefully far into the future.
I hear you, man. Changing 1 billion lives.
That's the goal.
These people need some help. And I think it would be really heartbreaking for these people who are just here just to rip them off, you know? Cryptocurrency has some type of value. In terms of it actually taking over and sort of becoming the only currency around, I'm still not convinced.
I've returned to see Quinn and Sarah because they have some dramatic news.
All right. One last picture for the road. Lovely to see you again.
You been to Hacker House before?
No.
Oh, okay.
My first time in Hacker House. You first, please.
I've heard Quinn has found some investors who have decided to help fund his new utopian city, Garden of Eden 2.0.
Good to see you again.
How you doing?
Better than ever.
I like you wore the silk for the last time.
Say what?
You wore the silk.
Oh, the silk, yes.
You
I'm wearing
broke
the
out.
silk, brother.
Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Hello, love to meet you. Sorry.
This is Elena
I'm
Delgado.
Jamali. Love to meet you, Elena. How you doing? Yeah.
She is the real estate agent of the year in Puerto Rico.
Oh, no way. Congratulations. How you finding Quinn over here?
I'm finding him pretty well.
Yeah?
He's a visionary. He has the world in mind. He definitely is the song Imagine All the People
Yeah.
in my mind.
Hey.
So my hat, I take my hat off to this man.
Oh, okay. Well, isn't that nice? People say nice things about you.
Especially the real estate agent of the year.
What a lovely balcony. Can I see the balcony?
Oh yeah, we got 5 of them. I'm totally ready, man. It's
You're ready
just
now?
Like, everything is just going like...
Did you have a little bit of apprehension before today? Like even a little bit?
I still have.
You
I
do?
still
What's
have a
your
little apprehension.
What's the apprehension? Because I mean, you're setting up everything, really.
I am, I am. And like people just keep, oh my God, this is just like, this is what we all wish for. This is what we want to see, right? This
Okay.
is an amazing thing. Like they're all in like support.
Is Sarah looking forward to it? Where's Sarah? Where's Sarah's opinion?
I'm sure Sarah's looking for it. Sarah, get over here.
I don't ask her like that. Sarah?
Yeah.
It's a big move.
I mean, I do see that there will likely be some challenges, but as long as you align with solutions, it's not really that big of a deal. No, I wouldn't say that I'm worried about anything in particular. Yeah, there's going to be some things that are potentially a little more
You're
difficult
lucky because
than
I
what
carry all the weight.
Yeah.
And you just get to ride the
Support.
wave. She carries some weight, but I mean, ultimately, it's like.
Yeah, it really all comes down to him. He's the one with the vision. He's the one with the insight. He's the one who knows how to ask the questions and get the answers and get things done. And I'm just here doing the best I can to
Yeah, but when
facilitate
shit
that.
goes to shit, I'm the one that gets all the shit too.
Mhm.
It's never you that gets the shit. It's always me that gets the shit.
Yeah, he's the face. Nobody's ever like, what the fuck? Where's Sarah? What the fuck? Why did she not pay the bills? Why did this not get done? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, but it was a sort of Quinn's idea and vision, so that sort of comes
Yeah.
with it, and you're following him, so he has responsibility over you now. If it doesn't work out, where would you go?
Well, I mean, we could stay at the Garden of Eden and live the most epic
But you
life
said
I've ever
it.
seen.
But I'm saying, but say if you sell
Yeah,
out.
we'll find another one. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, damn! Here we go.
I have to interrupt 1 second. I hear a little bit of doubt in your voice.
Yeah.
You get doubt in my
definitely.
voice.
A little doubt in your
Skeptical.
voice. No.
It's not that I don't buy into it. Do you know what it is? I think it's a big endeavor, and it's the same way of even though I feel like you have the vigor to make it work, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And this isn't an easy
And
landscape.
that's part of what makes me so successful is I
100%.
know the shit happens, and I've learned to deal with shit.
Yeah. Then you put, and it's like, it's not that I don't believe it will work,
How many loaded
but I just
machine
know
guns
that
have
it
you
might
had
not
pointed
work.
at your face?
And what?
How many loaded machine guns have you had pointed at your face?
Ooh, twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good. So I'm only like 10 times beyond that.
What's that got to do with anything?
It just means I've been through shit. I've been in hardcore situations. I have been threatened at my life. I have been, at the ultimate of challenge, and I'm still progressing. I'm still winning. I'm still carrying on. So yeah, shit happens, absolutely. But that's part of what makes me who I am, is that I know that shit happens, and I have figured out how to be able to survive, and not only survive, but to thrive or to win in the face of trials and tribulations. And anybody that does anything magnificent or great has to be able to do that, otherwise they'll never succeed.
Exactly. You gotta be a why, no why not. Good luck. I think you will try. And you might succeed.
I'll try.
No, you don't. I think you'll succeed. If you feel like you will succeed, why not? It fucking might work. That's what's weird. It might fucking work. Quinn might own a fucking city. That's mental. Quinn owning he's gonna own a fucking city. That could be his city. Quintopia. Imagine that. Quintopia. I think if you visit the city, I don't think you'll be hard pressed to find a statue of him. Like, I don't dislike him. You know what I'm saying though? He's not a bad pint. And you know what? Good fucking luck to him, man.
A spooky detective tale. Walter presents Hotel Beau Séjour as a teenager wakes up dead and decides to solve the murder herself. Next Sunday at 11. Next tonight, Angelina Jolie is in the director's chair for the incredible story of Louis Zamprini, Olympian Air Force pilot and prisoner of war. It's Unbroken.